Hey guys, this is Diego and I'm going to be doing a review of my 15-inch Retina MacBook Pro. Now, if you saw my previous video of my iPad Air 2 review, I said at the end of the video that I was going to do a review of my 13-inch MacBook Pro Retina display. I apologize for that, but the issue I had was that I used that machine for a week, and while I love the portability and battery life of that machine, I needed something more with more power. So instead I went and swapped it out for the 15-inch Retina MacBook Pro. So here we go. On the right side of the unit, excuse me, you have an SD card slot, an HDMI cable, and a USB 3.0. For those of you who like to hook up, let's say a video game console and use the Retina display, you can now do that with the HD. Let's talk about the keyboard. The keyboard, as you can tell, is an amazing keyboard. It is a full-size keyboard and it has speakers on the sides, which are pretty good, to be honest, to be a laptop. And you get a full multi-touch trackpad, which they call it the glass trackpad. Left side of the unit, we get a MagSafe 2 adapter. To be honest, I like the MagSafe 1 adapter better because of the way when you connect it, the cable goes to the back. This one goes on the side, so when you put the computer on your lap, it tends to disconnect itself, and sometimes you don't know if it was charging or not. It might be using battery. You get two Thunderbolt ports. You get a USB 3.0, and then you get your headphone jack. Now let's talk about build quality, guys. This machine is an aluminum unibody machine. It is absolutely gorgeous to hold, you guys. It is the same construction as the one that came out back in 2012. But to be honest, you guys, I don't think they need to change the design. It is just gorgeous. It is light at 4.46 pounds. It is one of the lightest 15-inch MacBook Pros out there. Actually, one of the lightest laptops that are 15-inch out there. It also is 0.71 inch thick, which is really thin, to be honest. When you carry it around, you feel it. Just go to the Apple Store and see it in person and you will know what I'm talking about. Now, this is the 2014 model, which is the base model, which has a 2.2 gigahertz Intel Core i7 quad core, and it brings you with 16 gigs of memory, DDR3. And it also brings you the Intel Iris Pro graphics, which are the integrated graphics. Now, this is gonna run you for $19.99, and if you are a student, you get $100 off of that price, which is kind of a sweet deal in a way. It just helps you out a little bit. But some of you might say, why would you get the base model, the one with the discrete graphics? They bring you more power and money for the more computer for your money. Well, to be honest, you guys, the dedicated graphics are actually mainly for people who do gaming. I don't do gaming on this machine. I just do basically schoolwork and then some video editing, such as Final Cut Pro, and it handles it with a breeze. To be honestly, it does everything fine. There's no stutter or lag on this machine. You can open like let's say so many stuff, like let's say here, I'll open Final Cut Pro, and this machine is just from a cold boot right now. So boom, in an instant. It took like less than a few seconds and it opened up Final Cut Pro. And at the same time, you can be doing so many other stuff. You can be on your music, you can be on web browser, you know what I'm saying? And everything just works. There's little. Now, if you guys want to know how fast this machine is, let's test the performance. Let's boot it up from cold boot up. Actually, this machine is pretty cold, yeah. Let's boot it up. And here I have my iPhone. Let's go to the timer. Actually stopwatch. And let's boot it up. Bam! Your machine is boot up on 11 seconds. That is insane. Now let's talk about battery life. Apple states in their website that this machine can get you up to 8 hours of use. To be honest, in my personal testing, I only got around 4 to 5, and if I'm doing really light work, and then yes, I can get 8 hours, or actually sometimes I can pass the 8 hours. But to be honest, that's if you're only using the web browser, or like you're only typing a paper and you don't have anything else open, or maybe you're doing really light work in order to get that 8+ hours. If you open up Final Cut Pro or you're watching a video, it's gonna drop to like 5 or 6 hours or 6 or 7 hours. Partly is because this Retina display is such a power hog that is draining that battery so much. But to be honest, you guys, it is not a big deal to me, because this machine, it is absolutely perfect for me and for my needs. As an example, right now we only have the message app open, and if you go to the battery icon, let me see if I can zoom in for you. It states there's 11 hours worth of use, but as soon as you open everything else, you actually get a lot less. But again, you guys, you can't get any much better out there than this, from construction wise to build quality to even how the machine performs. Some of you might be worried if it gets loud or noisy or hot. To be honest, it only gets loud if you're actually maybe rendering something from Final Cut. That's when I heard the fans a little bit, but not too much. It does get loud. It does get hot around the keyboard area, because you gotta understand, if you actually open this computer from the back, the processor is actually by where the keyboards are. So it's around this area, mostly on the left, but also sometimes on the right. This is where the main chips are. So, you would expect it to get a little bit hot, but it gets a little bit hot to the touch, but not too much, you guys, to worry about. This machine is for everyday tasks. It will run perfectly cool with you. Now, some of you guys might say, is this machine actually worth it? Well, put it this way. If you have never had a MacBook Pro, yes, this is worth it. Now, it depends. If you're a person that needs power over everything else, then yes, get the 15-inch version. You're gonna get a lot more for your money. If you want portability more than anything else, actually, check out the MacBook Air. The MacBook Air scores above everything else in portability and in battery life, to be honest. But if you want the Retina display, you can also go for the 13-inch. I had that again, like I said, I had that for a week, and it's an amazing machine. But as well, people who need power, go with the 15-inch. And people who do even gaming, go for the discrete one with the discrete graphics. Now, don't expect to play high-end games on high-end settings, because of this Retina display. It's gonna cause frame rate issues. But other than that, it's a perfect machine. This concludes my video, you guys. I'm not a person that goes into actual numbers of benchmarks and videos benchmarks as well. I'm just a person that gives you a personal review of what I think of this computer. And I think this is a great machine. Once again, anyone out there who wants a Retina 15-inch MacBook Pro, or just a 13-inch, or want a Retina MacBook Pro but don't care what size it is, this one or the 13-inch, both are great options. I used the 13-inch for a week, like I said before, and I love it. But people who needs more power, you can't go wrong. Once again, you guys, thank you for watching this video. I hope you actually enjoyed it. You guys, this is my third video in my YouTube channel, actually. So please give me some feedback or like our videos. I'm actually partnered up with my friend Xavier. He's doing gameplay reviews, and make sure you look up his videos as well. It's under our YouTube channel at Xavier and Diego channel. Yes, that is. But once again, thank you so much, and I'll see you in my next one.